pray I'm sent to my favorite place, Orlando. I love you, Orlando. SeaWorld and Disney and High
Elder Price!
Yes, sir!
Your brother will be...
We're going to visit
I don't think he likes this.
Mormon Holy Land. Two atheists are going to visit Mormon Holy Land.
Oh my goodness, it is a 3-ring binder.
No, it's a Lisa Frank 3-ring binder.
It's a trapper keeper.
It's a trapper keeper.
Clearly.
I'm Erin.
And I'm Otto.
We're unmarried by choice,
Child-free by choice.
adventure seekers by choice.
Come with us on our adventures across the country, urban exploring, looking at weird roadside shit.
Maybe even getting into some heated chats in the car. You know, wherever the road takes us.
This is Roadmates.
So today we're headed to the Joseph Smith family farm in Palmyra, New York, which I'm probably saying wrong, but it's just south of Rochester, New York. The Smith family farm, open to the public year-round. A historic site located on 100 acres of land cultivated by the Smith family in the 1820s. Tours and markers on the site will tell you about Joseph Smith's first vision and his visits with the angel Moroni. Tours on the farm include a reconstruction of Joseph Smith's boyhood home, a restoration of a larger home the family later built, and the stand of trees now known as the Sacred Grove. Several founding events for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints took place on the Smith family farm. Here, God the Father and his son Jesus Christ visited the 14-year-old Joseph Smith, an experience now called the First Vision, on September 21st, 1823.
Wait, he did all this when he was 14?
He got his first vision when he was 14.
Did he tell anyone about that?
Well, let's see. The angel Moroni first visited Joseph Smith in the family's small log home. 4 years later, Joseph and his wife Emma lived in the larger family home when he received the golden plates on Hill when he received the plates that he found in the backyard. 8 individuals, now known as the 8 witnesses of the Book of Mormon, were shown the golden plates while visiting the Smith family farm in the summer of 1829.
I thought he never showed them to anybody. So 8 people that are dead now have seen these things.
According to the website of the place that we're visiting. So, we're going to visit Mormon Holy Land. 2 atheists are going to visit Mormon Holy Land.
You need to knock him off his perch. On the soldiers of the army of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Elder Cross and Elder Green, you will be serving in Japan.
Oh, Japan! Land of soy sauce! And Mothra!
Elder Harris and Elder Brown.
So the Book of Mormon was published in 1830. What do you think the world was like in 1830?
Shitty. No, I don't know.
Well, this is before the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yeah, probably wasn't too bad.
Well, there was slavery, so.
Well, yeah, other than that, I mean, that's a given.
Other things happening in the world at that time. So the siege on the Alamo, you know that whole thing? That happened in 1836. Our friend Darwin set sail on the Beagle in 1831, which is that trip where he went to the Galapagos and it was highly impactful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then also, I'll show you this.
So you never answered my question.
What was your question?
Did he did he tell anyone this shit when he was 14, or did he just magically come up with it when he magically come up with the rest of the story?
I don't know. I didn't know about the vision of Moroni at 14.
Just curious.
Tell you what, when I was 14, I wasn't having visits from angels.
No.
Smoking cigarettes and stealing my mom's car. Sorry, Mom.
I was in juvenile hall at 14.
You were?
W.T. Edwards.
So I want to show you a map of the United States at that time without distracting you from the road. But this is what the world was like, or the country was like.
Oh, okay. So nobody was in Florida?
It shows that there's a border. Well, this is an electoral map, and this is the only map I could really find. I'm sure there was people in Florida. Like, there's people all over, because there's clearly people in the Alamo.
Right.
So did you have any exposure to Mormon people when you were growing up?
Just the ones who would come by the house on the bicycles.
They actually came to your house?
I don't remember. I'd see them out riding around. If they came to the house, we didn't answer the door.
It's typically how it goes, right?
I think so.
The only people that ever came to my door that I remember are the Jehovah's Witness people. And they were pretty consistent.
Right. The weird thing is my drafting teacher in 7th grade, 8th grade was a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, yeah? Did he share that with you?
Nope.
How did you know?
I think it was just known, but he never told anybody.
Well, there you go.
Well, he never directly told the students. Obviously, probably the teachers knew, and it just got told to someone one day, and people found out, and it was just, yeah. But you'd have never known.
Yeah.
Mr. Bullock.
Bullock?
Bullock.
Like Sandra?
I think so.
Well, I was thinking, like, very openly atheist, but I'm friends with many people of different faiths. Like, all the Abrahamic religions, including a friend that's Muslim. I have a few friends that are practice Hinduism and whatnot. But I've never had a Mormon friend, nor I think even known that I met a Mormon before, and that feels kind of sad.
You might have met one, they just never said anything about it.
Yeah. I guess the stereotype is that they always say something about it.
No, that's Christians.
Well, yeah.
Pretty sure that's why that South Park episode was set up the way it was, because they don't go around.
Ooh, we missed the exit.
What? You said it was 2 miles. Oh, it was set up like the South Park episode where they don't really tell you about it.
Oh.
Not right off the bat, unless you are genuinely curious or ask a question about it.
All right, kids. Now how about we do some scripture readings from the Book of Mormon? All right! Ow!
The Book of Mormon? What's that?
You know, the book that Joseph Smith found.
Who's Joseph Smith?
Only the most important person in the world.
You never heard of him? No. Tell us the story of Joseph Smith again, Dad.
Tell us.
Oh, well, that's kind of nice.
I don't know. I can't. I'm speaking for the South Park episode,
I know.
which they are very educational, but...
Well, I feel like, although I have watched some videos on YouTube, most of my education about Mormonism has come from Matt Stone and Trey Parker in the South Park episode, but also in the Book of Mormon, the musical.
Christ!
Yes, sir!
Your brother will be...
I don't think he likes this song.
It's me! It's me!
How far is these? Oh, Jesus, they're right there.
I just rolled down the window, no?
I want to come off now. Sweet. Where's the green arrow? Make up your mind, buddy. Jesus f***ing Christ. Did they try to convert you while you were here?
So, the last time I was here, I passed through by myself, and I went in the parking lot, and there was only one other car there.
Oh, and there's probably not going to be any cars there today. We're going to be the only ones there.
And so, I feel bad about this now, but I'll explain what I was feeling at the time. At the time, I was very scared that they were going to, like, aggressively try to convert me. And so I got out and I, like, looked around. I didn't see anybody. So I started walking back. I saw the original family home and the new family home, which I didn't go back to because there was people back there in costume and stuff. But
Really?
I went to the original family home, and then I went through the Sacred Grove where I saw the plaques about the golden plates.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I told you, and I hope we see it today, my favorite plaque has some of the original people that were shown the golden plates on the plaque, and it shows the golden plates in a fucking 3-ring binder. Favorite thing.
Wait a minute, so Jesus gave these things in a 3-ring binder?
Not Jesus. It was God. It was Moroni and the whole thing.
Say Sky Daddy.
You're going to make a write-up here.
So the Sky Daddy put it in a 3-ring binder for him in 1876? Is that what you're saying?
No, before that it was 29? No, 18... There is no 1876 in this story. You're turning right up here. So yeah, I went towards the old family home, and then I saw that there was people inside, and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to go in there. But yeah, went in the sacred grove in the back. And then I left before talking to anybody. But...
Oh, you didn't talk to anybody?
I didn't talk to anybody by design.
Did you see them walking towards you and you ran the other way?
Towards me, they were just like hanging out in their little costumes and shit. I really am just interested in, like, this is such a holy place for the Mormon people, and I think the story is just like so out there and fascinating. Right. So that's where my interest comes in this whole thing. But I'll tell you, turn right up here. The thing that I really hope that they have there is a gift store.
Oh, geez.
And you know what I'm really hoping they have in that gift store?
A 3-ring binder.
I'm really hoping they have a golden plates keychain. Oh, we should get a refrigerator magnet.
Was it a trapper keeper that the angel gave to...
I like to imagine it was a trapper keeper.
Did it have the Velcro flap on it?
Yeah, and the Lisa Frank decoration on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sky Daddy loves Lisa Frank.
Sky Daddy. I'm just gonna sing everything like Hot Pockets. Lisa Frank and the Sky Daddy. That was better.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
When we get close, I can feel it.
Same. We're here.
Is this it?
This is it. And there's gonna be nobody in the parking lot.
No. There's a few cars.
Okay, good. I don't want to be the only one again.
Welcome center. They're gonna welcome us.
I hope so.
At our Ford party.
Ford party. That was a Crossfire jingle. That wasn't Hot Pocket.
What's this thing rolling back? Oh, bye, microphone.
My microphone. Good morning.
Hello.
How are you? Good.
Good. Welcome to the Smith Farm. Would you guys like a tour here today?
We were hoping to just like tour the ground.
But I love your hair, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It just got cut shorter, and I'm still like trying to figure out what to do with it.
Oh, yeah. No, it looks so good.
Thank you.
Then I cut it short, like really short to here. And that was when I was going to college last year. I know the humidity in my hair just not happy
no good.
right there.
No good.
So this home is not an original. The original collapsed. If you guys want to sit down, you can, or whatever you're comfortable.
Sure.
But the beams, everything in the home was made by hand, and it was constructed to look exactly how the Smiths had it. Lucy Smith got really good records of what her home looked like and kind of where everything went, so it's a really good replica of that. They built it using trees around the area, time period, tools, and also built during the winter, just how the Smiths would have built it. So that's kind of what the home represents. And then just about the Smith family, they would have read the Bible. In their family, they had mixed religion. Father was Universalist and mother was more Presbyterian. And so even in their own families there was confusion, but their family would always gather around and read from their Bible. And that was kind of that foundation the Smiths had. The Smiths, and they would go into the grove of trees behind their home, which we refer to as a sacred grove now, and they would pray. And Joseph, he was really confused about which church was right, and if his sins could be forgiven, and how his state and standing with God. And in Palmyra, are you guys going to that grove of trees? And he starts to pray, and he feels like he's overcome by this dark power, and he's kind of feels like he's doomed. But Joseph, he says his own words. If you would like to read this paragraph.
Okay. I saw a pillar of light exactly over my head above the brightness of the sun, which descended gradually until it fell upon me. When the light rested upon me, I saw two personages, whose brightness and glory defy all description, standing above me in the air. One of them spake unto me. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. Calling me by name and said, pointing out to the other, "This is my beloved son, hear him."
A few inches taller than the tallest person in the home. Mm-hmm. And so Father Smith, he's about 6'2", and so the ceilings are just a few inches taller than that. So it's pretty interesting.
So they did that to what, save material?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd hold in the heat too, and so, yeah, save material, hold in heat, just make it most easy for them.
Do you guys want a picture in front of the fireplace?
Sure.
Kind of a...
So it essentially kind of means he believed in God but not an organized religion. And he kind of, I don't know.
So basically
the exact,
takes little
but
things
kind
from
of
each thing and
Yeah. So
Okay.
they just they have a faith in God. They read from the Bible and
Mhm.
things like that, but they don't believe that you have to go to church.
okay.
You know, while our Mother Smith was a Presbyterian, she thought it was better to go to a church, even if it was not the right church. She thought it was better to go to a church. So yeah, he was not sure what he wanted to believe.
Yeah, he was just confused. I guess to make it's just power from God given to man on earth that was gone when all those apostles passed away eventually. And so then, I mean, there's still pieces of what he taught on the earth, but not in its fullness. And so different churches would kind of come, they'd take pieces, but they, I don't really want to keep that commandment though, or they'd change things. And so just over time, that all kind of evolved. And so Christ's gospel would need to be restored in its fullness. And so that's essentially the role that Joseph Smith would have here. And so that's why that's really significant. This is where the kids had their fun slumber parties. I'm sure. There would have been 8 of them up here. The 5 boys would have stayed in this room, and then his 2 sisters would have been just in this back section. They just sleep out there for modesty reasons, but. So this is a really cool place because this is where Joseph one night, 3 years after he had what we call his first vision experience, where God the Father and Jesus Christ appeared to him. And so Joseph, when he's 17 years old, an angel actually appears to Joseph, and this angel says that his name is Moroni, and that God has a work for Joseph to do. And so this angel actually tells Joseph that there is an ancient record written on plates 3 miles away from here in the hill Cumorah. And so these records would just contain records of the ancient inhabitants of the Americas and their dealings with Christ. So did you move to New York City just for like a job or just for fun?
I wanted to live there when I was like 8 years old.
A little over a year and went back down. Okay.
So this home is 85% original. But since it's lived here, people had added on to it. They've, built onto it, upgraded. So when they restored it back to the original, they kind of took everything of that off. Mm-hmm. And so 85% of the house remains original, which is pretty cool. This first room is the most original, with the floors, walls, and the beams, the ceiling is original in that room. So anytime you see a piece of wood that looks old, it is old. The newer ones have just been replaced.
I love the smell in here too. You can just smell that old wood.
This glass looks pretty old too, with the ripples in it.
Yeah.
The glass on the main floor the first floor is replaced, but if you go outside and look, the upstairs windows are original, so that's really cool. Some of the main causes for a woman to die in a day were childbirth and burning to death, which I think that's kind of, morbid. But they would be coming, cooking their dinner, and their dresses would catch up on fire. And so they would have this contraption that would pull out, and they could cook their food better, and then they would put it back in the fire to continue to cook.
Yeah, you really don't. And even in here, we have like electricity and heat and AC. The open room where all the kids would have slept. So from the log home to this frame home, we actually crossed counties. And these counties have different fire codes. And so that's why you'll see there's an exit sign in here, and we can't have guests going upstairs because it's stricter in this county than it was on the other county. And so it's pretty interesting how that all works. But eventually just brought it back to what it would have looked like when the Smiths were living here in the 1820s.
A little
So next is 1 in 30 minutes. This barn is really cool. It's the inside is actually Smiths did have a threshing barn, but it didn't survive the test of time. So this is actually an original threshing barn from Mendon, New York. It belonged to John Young and his family. So the inside framework is all original, just the outside. We have like a butcher's block. They, try to create butcher's block, grinding stones, circles, different. Now in the parking lot. That was just pushed right there, so you can kind of see that.
And so this is the cooper shop. Father Smith, he was a cooper. That's one of the things he did to just earn money for his family. Because the Smith family, they're hard workers. So they would do a lot of side jobs. They even had different, you can see there's beehives against the fence there, those little wooden trunks. They're beehives, yeah. And so they'd have bees and they would go in there, then.
What if they smoked them out when they came in to get the honey back then?
Yeah, gonna look up 1800s bee technology.
Barn. They head straight here to the cooper shop and they rip up the forms and they find the box that the golden plates were just hidden in. And so I'm sure they're so excited. They think they've just.
I wasn't recording. Hold on.
Oh,
One more time. One more time. All right. Thank you so much for showing us around.
You're awesome.
You're all welcome.
And your names again.
Sayonara from Sister Schley.
Sister Rustad.
I think it was better the second time.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, come back in.
With the little bit of time we had left, we wanted to explore the Sacred Grove. Jumpin' Joseph.
Mormon come from?
After the book was translated, it was then called the Book of Mormon.
Right, but they said it was because that guy's name was Mormon that wrote it.
I think.
I'm just trying to get like my facts straight, so if it ever comes up in the future, someone tries to talk about it and screws it up.
Well, for the sake of this video, we'll put that information in right now. If you can even hear what I'm saying, because it's so windy.
Hey, watch your language. You notice I haven't cussed once since we've been here.
I didn't cuss in front of them.
No, you didn't.
I was on good behavior. I feel like they've seen vloggers here before.
Oh, I'm sure, and I'm sure some people might not be so friendly.
How can you not be friendly? They were so nice.
No, that's why I love that South Park episode so much. Because it just paints both sides. Or not both sides, just, Jesus, your bathroom's like every 200 feet. Man.
I kind of felt weird after I said I wanted to give them money, and they're like, no, the church paid for it. I'm like, oh, of course the church pays for it. Let's cut this
which
way.
way? Shortcut.
What a shortcut. Oh, that tree fell.
Tree creaking?
No.
What?
That tree is like
Hell yeah.
compromised.
I guess you meet all kinds of people. You come back here and drop some LSD. And trees that start talking to you.
You think we could meet Moroni?
Yeah, sure. Let me give him a beer out of the car. Did he drink beer?
I don't know. That's why when you kept talking about beer, I was like, I don't know if they drink.
No.
I think they're not allowed to drink.
So was this their assignment to come here for 18 months? Is this where they
She said it was 2 months of the year,
But they come here?
but they volunteer here.
Oh. So this is on top of the 18 months.
I don't know if women have to do a mission. I think it's only men that do missions. Yes!
It's where these 8 guys.
3-ring binder!
Who talks to them? Oh my goodness, it is a 3-ring binder.
No, it's a Lisa Frank 3-ring binder.
It's a trapper keeper.
It's a trapper keeper.
Clearly safe. So I wonder why. So how? Well, I'm going off into a whole other thing here. with the Brigham Young if he started all that. Because I can understand where Joseph Smith was coming from, like they said. He would see all the bullshit that was happening with religion, the way people were doing that, and he decided to, come up with this story. I get it. And just basically get everything back to normal, the way it was originally supposed to be. Not like Joel Osteen and mega churches and all that stuff. You know what I mean? That's why the Mormons. Okay, you gotta stop calling them Mormons too. It's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. No more calling them Mormons. But it's still the Book of Mormon.
I'll have to re-listen to the recording. Were they offended by the word Mormon?
No, they just said Mormons are the weirdos.
Well, I called them Mormons when we first got there.
When?
I said, we don't know much about Mormonism.
Is it called Mormonism?
I don't know. They didn't correct me. Book of Mormon Visitor Center, they have this really big Christus statue. It's really pretty. Immediately opened the door and dropped my new Book of Mormon on the ground.
That's snow or rain? That's snow.
It's snowing.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how many times they get asked about the Book of Mormon.
The musical?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they do. I hope people don't do that, though. That feels kind of tacky. Right?
So are you droning it or no?
Oh, I forgot. We should, though. We got this great book that I dropped.
Yep.
It's unscathed, though. I mean, I think it... Ooh, what's this? There's a picture inside of Jesus Christ. So what'd you think of the Joseph Smith family farm?
It was nice. Nice property.
And they were so nice.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking, I get it, like, people are mad at you because you're trying to come up with a new religion and all that. But, like, she talked about mobs a lot.
Yeah.
Was there, like, a lot of mobs in the 1820s where people just, like, pissed about shit and they just, like, mobbed people's houses?
Yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Oh, like I said, I think he had the right idea. He had the right idea as far as getting religion back on track. Because I'm sure by then so many people were here and exploiting it and everything else. Which even like here, they just, when you asked them if can you give a donation for the grounds for coming, they said, no, we don't need it. Like anywhere else you to go, churches always have donation things out and want your money and everything else.
What do you mean by getting it back on track? Remind me what they said.
Getting religion in general back on track. Like they said, everything was going all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it back to like where it was supposed to be. Where all you're doing is being nice to people and doing your thing and
Oh,
praise
that's
Jesus.
what you mean.
Like that,
oh,
yes.
Oh, okay. I was like
I said, with the money and everything else, he was, yeah.
Yeah, you're making it left up here.
I didn't realize the polygamy thing was somebody else.
I'll have to double check that. Okay, so here's what I found out. Information about if Joseph Smith or Brigham Young started the whole polygamy thing, well, it's just wildly all over the place. It is said to be widely believed that it started with Joseph Smith, saying that he not only preached it, but he took part in it, having married more than 30 women by some accounts. But some say this was just to help women financially and he wasn't actually in favor of it. Now, on the other side, and stay here with me, Joseph's son, his widow, and the reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, yeah, there is another one. It's also called the Community of Christ. They challenge the evidence that Joseph practiced and preached polygamy. Instead, they teach that he opposed it. They instead claim that Brigham Young, head of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, not the reorganized, that newer one, he was the one that introduced plural marriage after Smith's death. Either way, in 1852, leaders of the Utah-based LDS Church publicly announced the doctrine of polygamy. But the RLDS Church denounces polygamy. All right, that's a lot. Let's get back in the car.
Like the polygamy thing seems ultimately if they're forced into it.
Right.
If they're totally okay with it, good. Whatever floats your boat.
When she was telling the story of him, like, Moroni visiting him in the night 3 times, I was like, man, this angel sounds annoying. He was just like, go out in the woods, go out in the woods, go dig under this rock that's gonna shock you. It's gonna shock you.
He didn't tell him it was gonna shock him.
Oh, yeah. Surprise, surprise, it's gonna shock you, but I'm not gonna tell you that.
He wasn't 100% focused.
There's a lot more to that story.
South Park was what, the abridged version?
I can't wait to display this in my home. People be like, oh my god, why do you have that? And let me tell you a story. About a story. In upstate New York. Oh, hold on, let me film this.
What?
They wrote a note for us. Look at that. I know that by reading this book, you can find happiness and draw nearer to God. It is a gift to us from God. Thanks for coming to Smith Farm, Sister Shirley. Aww. They just want us to be happy with ourselves and God. That's really sweet, actually. Thank you, sisters. We'll put it in the dashboard and have everybody think we're Mormons. I mean, what do you fucking call that?
What?
If they don't want to be called Mormons, they want to be called
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah. Oh, that was the thing. There was no gift shop.
No, there is no gift shop because they're not like that.
Well, guess what? If we would have gone to this building, there's at least a bookshop, so maybe.
I don't think.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're not like that.
Yeah, it seems like they're not like that, which is great. Actually.
Yeah, it's
not trying to take advantage of people.
They're just happy in what they do.
Right. There's no exit through the gift shop kind of play.
Good for them.
I mean, the only thing that was the gift shop was the free book. Appreciate that.
You are the best at navigating. Hey, we missed the exit.
They got us here.
Yeah,
hey, we missed the exit. Like, anyway, I'm not gonna go there.
Goodness, why are there so many people here? It's a Wednesday. Right there.
See what you just said.
I gave it 5 stars.
Really liked that place, huh?
They're nice people.
What's their average?
4.9. They've got. Oh, hold on. We gotta find the 1 star. Where is the 1 star? Yeah, you're not gonna find it.
All right.
That sucks.
But that's incredible that they have that many 5-star reviews. I mean, it is really nice, and they are really nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, this guy gave him 4. Dr. Hill is an outstanding guy. Didn't say anything bad. He just only gave it 4. I mean, he was able to dupe people in a good way.
The All-American Angel.
Where is the
Lived here
bathroom?
long
Where's the bathroom?
Where's the fucking... It's behind the stairs.
What? Or is that another interpretation? Oh, black people couldn't be Mormons till 1978? Oh my goodness. I need to take that 5-star rating away.